Okay. In the previous classes, we have seen what are the basics of the geometric design, right? By using those basics in today's class, we will be solving some of the problems, right, on geometric design. We will be solving some of the problems on the geometric design. But before going to the problem, right, let us discuss the some of the basics which are required in order to solve the problem. Now, as I have told, the degree of curve, right? In order to your curve is going to dependent upon the degree, and it is going to be dependent on the radius. Okay. Now, the relationship between the degree of the curve and the radius of the curve is given by 1720, right, divided by r. So, if you want to find out the degree, right, then we will be utilizing this particular point, right? Or sometimes the radius of the curve will degree will be given, then we need to find out the radius of the curve. So both are, in order to find out this, right, we will be using the formula either degree or either radius. In order to utilize that, we will be using this particular formula. Okay, we will be utilizing this particular formula. So you need to remember this particular formula in order to solve the some of the problems, right? Now, the super elevation can be given by, what is super elevation? You already know it, right? We, in order to find out that, what we will be using, we will be using the formula super elevation is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 into R, where G is nothing but your distance, gauge distance, V is nothing but the velocity, R is nothing but your radius of the curve, and this is 1.27 is the constant. Now, in this particular GV square divided by 1.27 R, we know that the different gauges, right? The broad gauge, right? The broad gauge, the difference between the two gauges will be 1.676 meter. So here in the super elevation, we can, if we can change this particular G as 1.676 meter, and we will be getting ultimately the super elevation for a broad gauge. We can get the formula 1.315 divided into V square divided by R. Just we need to replace G, and we will be getting this particular equation for your super elevation for a broad gauge. Then for a meter gauge, this meter is nothing but the difference between the two gauges will be 1 meter. Okay, so now we are going to get the formula, right? 0.80 into V square divided by R for the meter gauge. For the narrow gauge, right, the gauge will be around 0.6762 meter. Okay, 0.762 meter. So we will be getting the formula as, for a narrow gauge, E is equal to, right, we will be getting the formula E is equal to 0.60 V square divided by R in terms of centimeter. Okay, now the Kant deficiency, the maximum permissible Kant deficiency. Now I have told what is Kant deficiency in the previous class. Now, according to the Indian Railways, they have fixed up some the minimum Kant deficiency that can be provided for the various gauges, right? So it is, for a broad gauge, it is 7.6 centimeter. For meter gauge, the maximum permissible your Kant gauge, the Kant deficiency, that is the super elevation deficiency, it is 7.1 5.1 centimeter, and for the narrow gauge it is 3.8 centimeter. Now negative Kant, right, that is the negative super elevation is equal to equilibrium Kant minus the permissible Kant. The equilibrium Kant means whatever you are going to calculate, and minus permissible Kant means whatever, according to the Indian Railways, whatever the Kant that is permissible, that you are going to have it. So negative Kant, if you want to calculate, equilibrium Kant, that is whatever you are going to get from the calculations, right, minus you will be having doing with the permissible Kant. Then theoretical Kant, that is theoretical super elevation is equal to equilibrium equilibrium Kant plus Kant deficiency. Okay, so if you do this, this is the basics that is going to be required in order to solve the problem, right? So you need to remember these formula. E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. If you remember, and if you know what is the gauge value, then it is more than enough. You need not to remember all these 1.315, or if you want to directly remember, you can remember it, no problem. Or but the basics of these particular values is your E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R in order to calculate the super elevation, right? Now, one thing that you need to remember in case of your branch or branch lines, right? One thing that is you need to remember in your branch line, right? Now, suppose this is your main line. This is your main line, and this is your branch line. You always remember that, right? The super elevation on a broad gauge, right, or a main line will be more than the branch line. The super elevation of your main line will be always, it is greater than the super elevation on a branch line, and the speed of the main line will be greater than the speed of the branch line. So this is what you need to remember when you are going to solve the problem. The super elevation of the main line will be greater than the super elevation of the branch line. So this you need to remember when you are going to solve the problem. Now we will be with this particular basics, we will be going directly to the problems. Is the formulas are clear to you? Yes. The formulas are clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead with the problems? Or
Yes,
still
sir.
you want to have a look over it? Just I will glance it once. I want D, I want E, right? I want the scant deficiency values and these two formulas in order to solve the problem. So radius degree is equal to 1720 divided by R. Super elevation E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 into R. Right? If you want to calculate in shortcuts, or if you want to remember, you can remember for broad gauge E is equal to 1.315 V square divided by R into centimeter. Meter gauge is equal to 0.80 V square divided by R. For narrow gauge, it is 0.6 V square divided by R. And the cant deficiency that can be provided for the different gauges is the permissible cant deficiency. It is 7.6 for broad gauge, 5.1 for meter gauge, 3.8 for the narrow gauge. Negative cant is equal to equilibrium cant minus permissible cant plus, and then we will be having the theoretical cant is equal to equilibrium cant plus cant deficiency. This is what you need to remember. Now, here in this problem, what you will be asked with is, right, here the degree of your main line will be given, right? Then a degree of the branch line will be given, right? And then the speed either on the main line will be given or in the branch line will be given, and you will be asked what should be the speed of either main line or the branch line. So degree will be given, velocity will be given, right? Degree will be given to you. Then they may ask you to find a degree of one line will be given to you, right? Both the lines will be given to you, and what will be the super elevation of the different line that it will be asked to you. So okay, so we will see the problem, right? How it will be given. Now we will read the problem first. All right. If a 8-degree curve, right? If a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main line, right? If a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main line of 5 degree in an opposite direction in a broad gauge, right? Okay. Now, if a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main line of 5 degree in opposite direction, right, in broad gauge, calculate the super elevation and the speed of the branch line if the maximum speed of the main line is 45 km/h. Okay. I'll repeat it. If a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main line of a 5 degree, that means what will be the main line degree? Okay. What will be the main line degree? Can anybody tell me? Yes. Understand it. If a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main line of a 5 degree, that means what will be the main line's degree? Yes.
Eight.
Yes. Shakir?
8 degree.
Yes. So main line degree will be 5 degree. Okay. And branch line degree will be 80 degree. Right. Calculate the super elevation and the speed of the branch line. What they have asked you to calculate the super elevation and the speed of the branch line. Okay. Now, what you need to find out, right? You need to find out the super elevation of the branch line and the speed of the branch line if the maximum speed of main line is 45 kmph. So in this problem, what they have given you is they have given you the speed of the main line, right? They have given you the speed of main line, right? And they have given you the degree of the main line. What they are asking you is what should be the super elevation of the branch line and what should be the speed of the branch line. They are asking you to find out the super elevation and they are asking you to find out the speed of the branch line. So these two values they are asking you. Here they have given you the degree, here they have given you the speed, right? And here they are asking you to find out the super elevation and they are asking you to find out the speed of the branch line. So we will see how we can solve the problem. Okay. Now first you need to find out the super elevation for for your main line, right? Until and unless you find out the super elevation of a main line, you will not get, right? It is not going to be possible to you to find out the super elevation of the branch line. Okay. Now the super elevation of a main line is, right? I have told 1 it is how the formula should be written. It is 1.676. It is GV square divided by 1.27 R. So here G value is for a broad gauge. It is, as I have told, it is 1.676 into V square. V square is already given. It is 45 kmph. Okay. Then divided by 1.27 R. Okay. Now here, what is the formula? D is equal to, if I want to calculate the R, radius of curvature. If I want to calculate that, right, I will be using the formula D is equal to 17 divided by R. Here, the degree is given, right? So degree, main line degree is 5 degree. And I need to find out in order to calculate the super elevation, I need to find it out the R first. Okay. So 1720 divided by 5, right? We will be using it. So here, it comes in denominator. Okay, it comes in denominator. So if I write 1720 divided by 5, so 5 will go up and 1720 will come down. So if I simplify it, right, the super elevation for the main line will be 7.78. Now, what they have told? They have told that the maximum cant deficiency that is going to be provided for a main line is 7.6. So the super elevation for a main line that I can provide is, right, 7.78 minus 7.6. So here it is the formula what I can use. The cant or the negative cant is equal to equilibrium cant. Equilibrium cant is what I have already calculated, that is 7.78 centimeter minus the permissible cant. As for broad gauge, they are telling it to have as 7.6. So cant for the main track, that is super elevation, the difference between the outer rail and the inner rail, it is 0.18 centimeter. It is going to be 0.18 centimeter. Now, what should be the, as I have told, the cant that can be provided for your branch line should be lesser than your main line. So the maximum permissible cant that can be provided for the main line is 7.6, right? Minus, right? It should be, see here, though we have got 7.78, but we are going to keep it as 7.6 only. So here, whatever the cant that we are going to get for the main track, again the cant that we are going to keep it for the branch line also. So the cant for the branch line, what we are going to get is 7.42. Okay, we are going to keep the cant as 7.42. So main line will be 7.6 and again the inner rail will be 7.42. So the cant for the branch line that we are going to provide is 7.42. Therefore, we are going to calculate the velocity. Now we have calculated the super elevation for a branch line. Now our duty is to find out what should be the velocity for the branch line. So velocity of a branch line, if we want to calculate, E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. Now here R is for a branch line, if a 8-degree curve. So branch line R value will be equal to 8. So here we need to find out 1720 divided by 8. Our D value will be, because degree of curve for a branch line is 8, 1720 divided by 8. So here we have found out the super elevation for a branch line, that it is equal to 7.42, right? E is equal to GV square. G is, we already know it, 1.7 676 into V square divided by 1.27 into R. Now here it goes into the numerator. Here the 8 will go into the numerator and 1720 will come into the denominator. So here, if we simplify it, right, we are going to get the velocity of the branch line is 34.7 kmph, which is lesser than 45 kmph. So whatever the value we have got, it is correct. Is it clear to you? Yes. Is it clear? No replies? Shakir?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Sir, clear, sir. You went a little fast in the end. Yeah.
I went little fast. So I shall explain it once again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, in this problem, what I have told, if a 8-degree curve track diverges from a main curve, that means the branch line is going to diverge from a main line. That means this is my branch line and this is my main line. Okay. Okay, calculate the super elevation and the speed of the branch line. Now, what I am interested in to find out the E value and to find out the S value. Okay. Now, if the maximum speed on the main line is 45 kmph. So maximum speed on the main line is 45 kmph. So here I know the degree, I know the speed, that is 45 kmph for a main line. Okay, 45 kmph for a main line. Now I know the degree of a main line, I know the speed of the main line, and I know the degree of the branch line. Now what they are asking me to calculate is the super elevation and the speed of the branch line. As I have already told, the main line should be higher than your branch line and the speed on the main line should be greater than the speed on the branch line. So these are the two conditions that we have to satisfy. Yes. Is this much is understood?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay, shall I go ahead now? Shall I go ahead? No
Yes,
replies?
sir.
Okay, fine. Now, see, once
Yes, sir.
I have given with the speed of the main line and
Yes, sir.
the degree of the main line, what should be my
Yes.
work? My work is to find out first the super elevation of the main line, because I want to find out, as I have told, the super elevation for the main line will be greater than the super elevation of the branch line. So my first duty is to calculate this super elevation for a main line, super elevation of a main line. But in order to find out the super elevation of a main line, what I want is I want the value of R. So what is the value of R? R, how can calculate is D is equal to 1720 divided by R. So here I know the degree. Now D value is given. So for a main curve, the D value is given. So it is 5 degree. So R value I can calculate. So here what I have done is GV square divided by 1.27 R. So 1.676, that is G value for a broad gauge. V value, it is already given for a main line, it is 45. So 45 into 45 divided by 1.27 into R. So here it is in a numerator, where it is in the denominator. So when it comes to say it will become reverse. So 5 divided by 1720, E is equal to 7.78 centimeter for a broad gauge or for a main line. Is it clear till this? Is it clear till this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Next. Now, for a broad gauge or for a main line, the super elevation that I have calculated is 7.78 centimeter. But the maximum permissible, the cant that can be provided for a main line is 7.6. So how much is greater now? The cant for the main track is 7.78 minus 7.6. So 0.18 will be the it has been increased. Now what I will do is right, what I will do is I will keep, right, the outer line, as I have told in this particular, for a branch line, right, I will keep the outer rail lesser height than the main line. So here I have kept it as 7.8. So I will keep it as 7.6, the outer rail value. Then minus the inner rail value, how much I can keep? I can reduce it by 0.18 centimeter. So the cant for the branch line is how much? It is 7.42. So 7.6 is the outer rail is 7.6 and inner rail is 7.42. Is it clear till this? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Can I go
Yes.
ahead? Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll go ahead. Now I know this is the super elevation for your branch line. Is it clear? This is what your super elevation for a branch line. Now what I should calculate? I should calculate, I want to find out what is the velocity of the branch line. So I already calculated the super elevation for a branch line is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. Now R value, how I can calculate? I can calculate by using the formula R is equal to 1720 divided by D. D value, I already know it. How much it is? It is 8 degree. Branch line degree is 8. Right. So what I will do? I will again 1720 divided by 8. So 8 will come up and 1720 will come down. If I shift this R, right, if I keep it here, now R will go reverse. Okay. Now here what I will get, 7.42 is equal to 1.676 into V square. I am interested in to calculate the V square value. So V square into 8. So V square, if I want, then what I will do, 7.42 into 1.27, it will come over here, 1720, it will come over here, divided by 1.676 multiplied by 8. So velocity of my branch line will be 34.7. I have calculated the super elevation also. I have calculated the velocity also. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
No other voice?
Yes, sir.
Vinay, is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Shakir,
Yes, sir. It's clear.
is it fast now?
No, sir. It's fine.
Okay, fine. So shall I go for the next problem? Shall I go ahead for the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, a 5-degree curve diverges from a 3-degree main curve in a reverse direction in a broad gauge. If the speed on a branch line is restricted to 35 kmph, determine the restricted speed on the main line. Now, what they have asked you, they have asked you to determine what should be the speed on the main line. Okay, what should be the speed on a main line? So they have asked you to determine the speed of a main line, then I should calculate the speed on the super elevation and the speed on the branch line. So what first I will do is I will calculate the speed super elevation on a branch line, the super elevation on a branch line. So here they have given a broad gauge, that means 1.676 into what is the velocity at the branch line, right? Velocity is 35 kmph. So 35 multiplied by 35 into divided by 1.27. Now R, right? Now what is the degree of the branch line? The degree of the branch line is 5. So D is equal to 1720 divided by R. So 1720 divided by 5. So if I simplify it, I will be getting the answer as E is equal to 4.71 centimeter. Is it clear? I have calculated this for a branch line. For a branch line, 5 degree, right? The D is, while value is 5 and velocity is V is equal to 35 kmph. Is it clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Negative cant. Negative cant is equal to equilibrium cant. That is the cant that can be provided this, right? Minus cant deficiency. So it is minus 2.89 is shorter, right? So what I will be doing is, right, instead of making this short, right, what I will be doing is the maximum permissible is 7.6. So what I will do is, this is this is the deficiency what I'm getting. So I will make it into the positive. I will elevate it. So theoretical super elevation on a main line, right? How I can calculate it? 2.89, right? I will, instead of making this minus, I will make this as a plus because it is falling short. So I will increase it. So 2.89 plus 7.6. So super elevation that the main line that can be provided is 10.49. What I have told, the super elevation on a main line should be greater than the super elevation on a branch line. Okay, so the super elevation for a main line is, that is 10.49 centimeter. Now, what is the speed on the main line is E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. So what is the super elevation on a main line? That is 10.49. 10.49 is equal to 1.676 into V square. I am interested in to find out the velocity value. 1.27 divided by into 1720 divided by 3. Now why 3? Because it is a 3-degree main curve. Okay, so I will be getting the velocity as 67.4 kmph for a main line. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Voice is breaking. My voice is clear to you all? There is a disturbance in the voice.
When your voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking in between.
Yes, sir.
Is it too much?
It's okay, sir.
Hello? Yes,
Not breaking much. It's okay.
it's okay. Have you understood the problem?
Yes, sir.
Shall I go ahead with the next problem? Okay. So see, here in this kind of a problem, either the main line degree and main line speed will be given, or the main line, the branch line degree or branch line speed will be given, right? And they will be telling you to find out what will be the super elevation at or the speed at the main line or the branch line. So this is the one type of a problem that you are going to get in your main exam, right? So now we will see one more type of a problem, right? One more type of a problem. Find the speed for which the super elevation is to be maintained if the speeds of the several trains running on a main track are as follows. Now here what they are telling you to determine the average speed, right? In our previous classes, right, in our previous classes, in order to determine the average speed, I have given you one particular formula. If you remember, right, we will go to that particular formula, right? We will go to that particular formula. Now, here one track, right? Here you can see on, we will take the example of this particular track. One track is there. On this particular track, there might be n number of trains with the n number of speed it will be running. So what I want to find out is, I should find out the average speed of the track, average speed, right? The average speed of the trains that will be moving on this particular track, so that in order to design the track, it is going to help for me. Okay, so n number of tracks will be moving, right, with the different speeds. So what they will be asking you is, they are asking you to determine what is the average speed. So in order to calculate that average speed, what I will be calculating is, right, the average speed or the weighted average of the speed is equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 n3 v3 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. So n is nothing but number of trains. The n1, n2, n3 are nothing but the number of trains. v1, v2 and v3 are nothing but the speed of the different trains. So if I average, right, with the numbers and their velocities, if I want to average the speed of the different trains, I will be using this particular formula. So in this problem, what they are asking you is, right, find the speed for which the super elevation is to be maintained if the speeds of the several trains running on a main track are as follows. Find the average speed they are going to ask you. So 15 trains at the speed of 50 kmph, 10 trains at a speed of 60 kmph, 5 trains at a speed of 70 kmph, 2 trains at a speed of 80 kmph. So all these trains will be moving on a single track. But what I'm interested to find out, the weighted average or the average speed of the track that it is going to have the different number of trains on it. So I will be using the formula N1V1 plus N2V2 plus N3V3 plus N4V4 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 divided by plus N4. So N1 value is 15, right? And V1 value is 50. So 15 into 50 plus N2 value is 10 and its speed is 60 kmph. So it is 10 into 60 plus N3 value is 5 and its speed is 70, right? And N4 is 2 number of trains and its speed is 80. So divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. So all these numbers I will be dividing it. So 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2. So it will become, the weighted average will become say 58.125. So what is the difference with the maximum speed? The maximum speed is 80 kmph and the average speed is, right, 21.875. So I have found out the weighted average. They are interested to find out the weighted average of the weighted average speed that is going to come on the track. Is it clear? Is
Yes,
it clear
sir.
to others?
Yes, sir.
Shall I go ahead with the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. Now, what is the equilibrium cant, right? What is the super elevation on a cant on a 2-degree curve on a broad gauge if 15 trains, 10 trains, 5 trains and 2 trains running at a speed of 50 kmph, 60 kmph, 70 kmph and 80 kmph. Okay. Now they are asking you to find out what is the super elevation that can be provided with the trains which is going to move at a different speeds with the having the different number. They are telling you to determine the right. In order to find out that, what we should do is we should. My voice is clear to you? Yes.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Just a moment. There was a call. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Now, here, shall I read the problem once again? Shall I read the problem once again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the equilibrium cant on a 2-degree curve on a broad gauge if 15 trains, 10 trains, 5 trains, and 2 trains running at a speed of 50 kmph, 60 kmph, 70 kmph, and 80 kmph? Okay. Now, the weighted average is, okay, how I can calculate this? First, in order to calculate the super elevation, what I want is, I want the speed, right? I want the speed and I already have the degree. Okay. So if I want to calculate the super elevation, that is equal to E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. So what I want is, I want the velocity. So the velocity, how I can calculate is by having the weighted average. So this we have already done in the previous problem, the same one. N1 is 15 into 50, right? 10 into 60, then 5 into 70, then 2 into 80 divided by 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80. So if we do all this, we can find out the weighted speed. Okay, so it is 58.125 kmph. So what is the cant equilibrium on a 2-degree curve? So if I want to find out the R, because I will need the help of R in order to find out the super elevation. So I will be calculating it as 1720 divided by 2 for 2-degree curve. So it is 860, right? So now E is equal to GV square divided by 1.27 R. Okay. So I know what is G. I know what is V, which I have already calculated. I know what is R value. So which is I have already calculated. So I will be getting the super elevation as 5.40 centimeter for a 2-degree curve. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay. Yeah.
sir, in average speed, N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus N4, you have taken speed of the train, sir. 50 plus 60
Oh,
plus 70.
sorry. Here, I should use the number of trains over here. I should not mention 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80. I should mention here 15 plus 10, 5 plus 2. Okay, I should mention this number of trains. Here I have taken it as a speed. Okay, sorry. Here in this problem, I have done it properly, but here there is a mistake, right? It has to be, right? It has to be. Yes. Is there any doubt? My voice is clear. Voice is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So I hope we will be all the things that it has been taught in this particular class is clear to you all, right? If any doubts are there, please let me ask. Please ask if you have any doubts. If you have any doubts, please ask. Shakir? Shakir?
Yes,
Doubt?
sir.
Any doubts?
Yes. No doubt.
Okay.
Sir,
Sagar
no doubt.
Talwar?
Send the PDF. Will this thing
Sir.
take it?
Okay, fine. You have a textbook? Textbook?
No, sir.
Saxena?
No,
SC
sir,
Saxena?
no.
Why you have not taken? You should take, no? Okay, I will send I think I have sent the notes to you. I will send you the problems PDF also, right? Whatever mistake that was there, please kindly ignore it, right? The mistake I have already told to you, kindly ignore it. Okay. If any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, then we will end the session over here. We will solve some more problems in the next class also. We will solve some more problem, right? And we are going to end the module 1, right? In the next class, we will end the module number 1 by solving some of the problems, and we will be starting with our module number 2. I think we will end the session over here. If you have any doubts, you can call me or you can WhatsApp me, right? So we will end the session over here. Thank you.